Nation of Fitin10, it is day 4. And a reminder to you all that you need to do 3 resistance-based workouts per week. 3 of your cardio sessions, or maybe you don't consider it cardio. We'll get into that in a second. 3 cardio sessions per week, as I've outlined. And then, of course, you've got to get on those numbers for your diet. And if you need help, you just let me know, right? You can just write me in Slack. And listen, if there's at least a couple of you, if there's a group of you, we can always do a little Zoom meeting as a group and go through some questions. I'm more than happy to do that. Okay. Sunday, every Sunday, going forward, starting this week, it's not in the calendar yet, but I will put it in there. We're going to have 2 more lift camp classes, okay? And so we will allow up to 7 people in each class. So you'll see that coming, and just so you're aware, we are doing an A and a B workout right now, which basically means you can kind of think of it as more like upper body, lower body. So this week we started Monday as a upper body. Today's a lower body. Today being Tuesday, of course. Wednesday is off. Thursday is going to go back to upper body, right? The A day, and then the B day, lower body, and then Saturday will be off, and then Sunday we're going to come back to upper body, and the cycle continues. Okay, so every second week will be the same. Okay, in terms of the pattern of A/B workouts and what day they fall on. Okay. All right. Some people are saying, feeling full. Feeling full. Me, definitely. I'm eating more than what I was before. You are not eating more than you were before. Chances are you are not eating more than you were before, because if you were, you would be lighter for sure. Okay. On average, you have been eating more. Now, it may feel, and I've already said this, it may feel as though you've been eating more, and perhaps you're eating more volume. In fact, I would argue that you are eating more volume, but volume doesn't equal calories. Volume of food does not equal calories. I'll say it again. Volume of food does not equal calories. How you feel in terms of fullness does not dictate whether you gain or lose fat. Okay? So keep this in mind. This is why we are counting our macros. Okay? This is one reason why. Okay? So get your numbers. Do your very best with that. Don't be scared when you see those carbohydrate numbers and think, oh, carbs are evil. They're going to make me fat. No, they're not. Okay? Your overall energy intake will make you fat. Okay? Or not. Okay? Depending on what the level is. Okay? So keep this in mind. Just trust the process. I've done this a few times in my life. Okay? What else did I want to say? Or maybe rant about? Cardio. All right. Some people are saying the cardio, it doesn't feel like a workout. All right? It doesn't feel like a workout. Right? I'm not sure what that means, but I think what it means is it doesn't feel hard. Okay. So let's not think about trying to put your cardio into a box of working out or the not working out box. Just think of it as energy expenditure. That is, you're spending time expending more energy than what you typically would. And this energy expenditure will get, or this time of energy expenditure, okay, I'm just going to call it cardio. Your cardio is going to get harder. Okay? Your cardio will get harder as time goes on. Okay? Energy expenditure still counts. Whether you find it hard or not, it still counts against energy expenditure. Right? All forms of movement, okay, burn energy. Now, obviously, if you're doing more intense movement, you're going to burn more energy for sure. I'm not arguing that. But all forms of movement contribute to energy expenditure, including heavy lifting. Okay, so we'll get to that in another video about heavy lifting and making you bulky. No, No form of exercise makes you bulky, okay? No form of movement makes you bulky. No form of movement puts fat on you, okay? No form of energy expenditure puts fat on you, okay? Anyways, I am digressing here a bit. When it comes to your intervals, make sure you look in your manual and look at the explanation that I gave in there, because some people are saying, well, I cannot get my heart rate down between intervals. I can't get it to that lower level. And chances are you won't get it to that lower level, and that's okay, because as your manual states, it should state, I guess I should reread it, but it should state this, if I remember correctly. It should say that whatever intensity that you used during your warm-up to get your heart rate to that lower level in the beginning, use that same intensity for your down phases in your intervals. Okay? So while you may not get your heart rate to the lower level between your intervals because you only have 40 seconds, you're going to use the same intensity as you used in your warm-up or your first 10 minutes to get your heart rate up to that lower level. You can use that same intensity during your down phase. Now, if you want to go harder on your cardio, I'm not going to tell you not to, you can. Okay, and you will burn more. This certainly is just the minimum I want you to get to. Just be aware that cardio will get harder. Everything will get a little harder. And of course, at some point, if you're not already complaining, hopefully you're not because it's only day 4, you've got to be able to sustain things, right? So there is a system that we are following here, a system. Can't even see my hands. We are following a system, and what that means is this is something that we're trying to maintain over, well, not really a long time, 70 days, but 70 days might feel like a long time to you. It's not really a long time, but we're trying to maintain it for 70 days. So remember, it's always easy to start a race and sprint, right? But in a marathon, you can't sprint. Why? Because you won't finish that marathon. You won't. You have to jog easy, all right? Unless you're a world-class athlete, which I don't think any of you are. There's very few of those in the world, obviously. So my point here is that you need to consider just being reasonable over long term, because this is what it's about. You will not last if you're trying to sprint in the beginning, okay? So think, take advantage of your food, eat all the food that you get, because that will change. Not a lot, but it will change. And think about trying to be even keel with your exercise, and of course that will change too, okay? We have many more days to go. All right, we are chipping away. Think of it this way. We are chipping away every day. This is not about trying to lose a pound a day or 10 pounds in a week, because that just isn't reasonable, right? Nor will a loss of that nature will you be able to sustain. You will not be able to sustain huge changes in a short period of time. So what is the point, right? I've said this already. What is the point? So think of this as chipping away. When you first chip away, when you lay down a first few bricks to build a wall, you don't really notice it, right? You don't really notice it, but over time you will notice it, okay? And that's what this challenge is about. Chipping away daily, okay? Chipping away daily. All right, message of the day. I'm already getting into my rants on day 4. Usually I don't get into my rants till like day 15, I'm not sure. It's not you, it's more me, trust me. Okay, day 4, message of the day. If it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to you. That's what I mean, right? This is obviously you saying this to yourself. If it is to be, it's up to me. That just means that you need to take responsibility and do everything that is outlined for you to do. Just follow it to a T and, continue being consistent with that and the changes that are forthcoming, okay? If it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, obviously it's up to you. This is all up to you. It's just execution of tasks, as I said in the beginning. And that's all it is, okay? All right? Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, for the love of God, give some gratitude, and I'll talk to you all very soon. See you guys.